Hi there, my name is Enrique and I work for pros.com as part of the member services staff. If you have ever contacted the support center or submitted an application for pros.com pools, or if you have ever requested assistance to use the translation center or Protemos, you might have heard of me. I've also been a language professional for many years now, so this is why I would like to present you Protemos, this awesome tool that I've been using for some time and that I would really like you to know. So Protemos basically is a translation business management system, or TBMS for short. And these systems help you save money, save time, and use that time more efficiently. So the idea is that a TBMS helps you save time by automating all those repetitive tasks that you have to do over and over again when carrying out a translation project. And the idea is that you can reduce your manual input to a minimum. So what are some examples of these repetitive tasks that you have to do over and over again in a translation project? Well, basically creating a project on the one hand, storing your files in an organized manner, sending invoices, uploading source files, creating POs, and all that kind of stuff that usually consumes lots of time that you could be using more efficiently. So translation business management systems allow you to have a better control over your translation workflow because they allow you to organize your files more efficiently and have a better sight of the status of each project and track your finances as well. Protemos in particular has a very good report system. So you can check which clients are giving you more profit, compare different months, compare your earnings, on all that kind of stuff that it's really awesome and helps you again save money, save time, and plan accordingly. The idea is that you can use all this time you've saved and all this money to take strategic business decisions, and instead of spending that time simply doing repetitive tasks that you have to do anyway. So basically, translators who use translation business management systems are much more efficient than those who don't. This is what many people do not realize. Being a translator does not only mean that you're a linguist, that you're a language professional. It also means that you are into business, that you have to take strategic business decisions. And these kind of systems help you with that, help you make wise choices by giving you detailed information about your performance and your finances. So if you are planning to upgrade your translation process and acquire a translation business management system, you should take a few things into account. For this, I usually recommend making a checklist of all the information and all the features that you will need your translation business management system to provide you, and then choose the system that best accommodates to all your needs. So basically, you have to ask yourself, what am I looking for in my ideal translation business management system? Well, first of all, your system must be fast and reliable. Fast means that you're able to see all your projects at once, that you can access all your information with only a few steps, and essentially that it doesn't freeze or it doesn't take time to load. This is very important because if your system is giving you more headaches than the ones you already had before, you should really consider moving to a better one. Also, reliable means that you can keep your information and your client's information protected all the time. This is why I like Protemos, because it has several levels of encryption. Also, Protemos is ISO 17100 compliant. And I mean, when you choose a translation business management system, you must make sure that your system complies with the most recent industry standards. If it doesn't, well, that may be a problem for you, because you will have to find other ways to make your own translation workflow compliant with those standards. Okay, another thing that you should be looking for in your translation management system is that it fulfills your needs. All translators have different needs. They work in different countries, in different areas of the industry, and they organize their workflow in different ways. So you need that your translation business management system be flexible. And flexible means that it lets you organize your process the way you want it, add the fields of expertise that you work on, and also comply with the regulations of your country, of your jurisdiction. So you should be able to enter the payment methods that you most often use, and it should allow you to enter your taxes. And this is what I mean by flexibility. You should be able to customize your translation business management system the way you want it. And flexibility also means being able to manage several projects at the same time. This is very important because although you may sometimes work on only one project at a time, that may not always be the case. When you work in several projects at the same time, you need to have a panoramic view of all those projects. You need to check their status, their deadline, whether the client requested something from you or they didn't, and whether you sent the final files and all that kind of stuff. And the thing is that you usually have to keep many things in your mind at the same time. So these systems, or whatever system you choose, should be able to automate that for you. So when you choose your translation business management software, make sure that it provides all that information at once, that you can see it all together, and and get that information in an easy way, so that you don't have to take time checking each project individually. Your translation business management software should have the correct integrations. For example, if there's an application or a translation software that you use most often, you should make sure that your system is integrated with that software, because you're going to use it very often. In the case of Protemos, well, it's integrated with pros.com. So, for example, as I'm going to show you in a few minutes, you can log into your Protemos account using your pros.com account. And there are many integrations that are coming in the future, so you will be able to use the most popular pros.com features from Protemos. And that's awesome because, again, it helps you save time. It's more comfortable and more convenient for you. And finally, it has to be cost efficient. Because, come on, there are many translation business management systems out there. They offer a wide variety of solutions, a wide variety of services, and in most cases, you need to pay very expensive fees to use them. And that may be a problem because it contradicts the principle of being cost efficient, the principle of saving money. If you're using a translation business management software, you want to save time and money. So in my opinion, you should use a system that's not really expensive for you, that you have to pay yearly fees instead of monthly fees. Because again, if you have to pay fees, that's another thing that you need to keep in your head all the time. So that's what I like about Protemos, because it's completely free for freelancers and you can use it as much as you wish. You can create as many projects as you wish, connect from everywhere at any time, use it the way you want it, and they aren't going to you won't need to pay a fee for that. So that's awesome. Protemos is an online or cloud-based translation business management system. That means that you do not need to download any piece of software or install anything in your computer. Your information will be stored safely on Protemos, and you will be able to retrieve it from anywhere, at any moment, from any device. To access Protemos, you must go to this page. What you are seeing here is the login screen at Protemos. To access it, just enter cloud.protemos.com on your navigation bar. on your browser and you should be taken directly here. So here we are. And as you can see, you have two options. You can either create a new Protemos account from scratch, or you can log in with pros.com. If you wish to create a new account altogether, click on Sign Up. If you do this, you will be taken to a page where you will be able to complete a form with your contact information. This is basic information that will be used in several places in your Protemos account. Remember to select the option Freelancer on top of the menu to create a freelancer account. Then you will be requested to set up some basic user information. This is information that is needed to run most of the features on your Protemos account. This is also key information like the language combinations you work in, the services you offer, your fields of expertise. Not that you have some general fields here, predetermined fields, but you can enter anything you please here. Then you will be asked to enter some basic financial information for your invoicing section. And that's basically it. The account creation process is quite simple, but you can speed it up by logging in with your pros.com account. I recommend doing this because most of that information is already available on your pros.com account, and then you can just jump right in and start using your account. Also, don't worry if you select something wrong or you forgot to enter something when creating your account from scratch. You will be able to change these values in the system settings. Right after you log in, you'll see this screen. On top, you can see your navigation bar with several sections that you can unfold. As you can see, you have your projects, clients, and finances all in one place. Let's first take a look at your settings tab and see what we have there. Go to Settings, System Values. Here you can update any information you didn't update before on your pros.com account or when creating your Protemos account. So check it out and see if everything is correct. As you can see, you can add units and currencies with just a few clicks. Also, you should check out the Settings Taxes section and enter some of your taxes and your client's taxes. This will come in handy when adding POs to your projects or creating invoices. Then there's a set of reminders that you can include. These are basically email notifications that are sent to your inbox when a deadline is approaching. You can set the following deadline reminders: project reminders and client invoice reminders. Another initial setting you may want to check is adding your clients. Just go to Clients and select New Client, or go to Clients list and then click on the New Client button. If you are saving your clients in an Excel spreadsheet, you can import that sheet into your Clients section. When creating a client, you will be requested to enter some basic contact information. You may enter additional information on the Note section. Also, if your client is listed on pros.com Blueboard, you can just enter the Blueboard record ID here. That way you will be able to access your client Blueboard information directly from Protemos and leave feedback on the record with a single click. Click on Save and your client's ready to go. Your Protemos account is ready to be used now. So let's say that you receive a new proofreading job from a client. Now you need to create a new project for that job. Projects allow you to store your files in an orderly manner, have all the information in a single place, and keep track of your work more efficiently. To create a project, go to Projects, New Project. Enter a name for your project. In some cases, I like naming my projects based on the project name assigned by the client. Otherwise, I use the source file name. Then you will need to enter some other information like language pairs, one or many, specialization, your client, a contact person, and a deadline. When you are ready, click on Create and that's it. You will see your recently created project in a project list and the project's project list. As you can see, you can have a panoramic view of projects being carried out in parallel. You can check the status and the deadlines. Then you also have some other information like the client and the budget for each one of them. If you wish, you can search your projects in your projects list. Simply click here to unfold the search menu. You can search a project entering its name or filter them based on a number of criteria like client, status, specialization, dates and more. Click on the project name to open it. This is what your project looks on the inside. On this tab, you can upload your project files, and here you can create a project receivable or PO for your project. In this example, we are seeing a unit-based project receivable, meaning that this PO will calculate the total based on the rate assigned to each unit and the number of units. Make sure you enter all the required information, like the number of units or the price per unit, because this information will be then used to create your invoices. If you believe you will create a similar PO in the future, why not clone this PO now and use it later? This way you save time but not having to enter the same information again. Now you just need to focus on the translation. Once your translation is finished, store the finished file safely on Protemos and send it to your client. Now this means that the project has concluded. You can now mark it as complete now. Marking a project as complete will make it disappear from the list of pending jobs, but will still be around in case you need to check it out in the future. You can send your invoice for this project now, or you can send a single invoice with several POs. To create and send an invoice, go to Finances, Receivables. Select the PO or project receivables that you would like to add to your invoice. Then click on Invoice Selected. You can now see the newly created invoice under Finances, Invoices. The invoice will contain the charges for all the POs you selected in the previous step. Just click on the invoice code to open it. You can download it as a PDF file or send it to your client directly from Protemos. When you share an invoice, you can add your company logo to it. To do that, go to your account settings and upload your logo. Uploading a logo and adding it to your invoice makes your invoice look much more professional. I recommend doing this if you have the time. As I said earlier, part of being a freelancer is knowing how to manage your business. That is why Protemos offers a very complete reports section with information about your business performance. Let's be honest, how many of you know what your monthly or yearly income is? Can you compare it to previous months? This section allows you to track which clients are giving you more projects, which ones are being more profitable to you, and which ones may need your attention. You can also find information about the projects that are more profitable to you, or the clients that have better payment terms, that is to say, those that pay earlier than the rest. In my opinion, these graphs look amazing, and they give you very detailed information in a very easy to understand way. They tell you how your business has evolved through time and where you need to focus to succeed. This is why Protemos helps you take your attention away from routine and focus on strategic decisions. This is why I think language professionals using Protemos or similar translation business management systems have an advantage, because they can now make a better use of their resources and have time to find ways to make their business grow. So if I had to give my final feedback about Protemos, I would say that it's a very reliable and valuable tool. It works really well, it's really fast. To be honest, I hadn't used such a fast tool before. You can click through the menus and open everything in different tabs and windows, and everything works like lightning fast. It's amazing to be able to access all your information so quickly. Also, I like that everything is very well organized. The projects, your invoices, your clients, everything is so very well organized, and the interface is really clean. Those colors are really comfortable, and I mean, you can see everything, all the key information at once. That's simply great. I also like that I can use Protemos from everywhere. I sometimes use Protemos from home, I sometimes use it from my office, but that's not always the case. Sometimes I receive calls from a client and they need to check the status of a project, or for some reason I may need to access my files. And if I'm not near a computer, I like that I can use Protemos from my phone. And that's really amazing, because I may be working from someone else's office for some reason, and the fact that I can download my files into that computer, it's simply great. So I'm really excited for all the features that are going to be integrated with Protemos in the future. So being able to use the most popular pros.com features from Protemos will be awesome. So in general, I recommend Protemos to any freelancer who would like to upgrade their translation workflow and their process. If you're looking for a TMS, you should definitely try Protemos out. You can contact their staff at any time. They are very helpful and they will be happy to hear about you. If you have any question, you can ask them. And they are really helpful, really kind people. So if you have any doubt, you can also contact pros.com. Just go to the support center, submit a support request, and site staff will be very glad to answer any questions you may have. So this is it. I hope you've enjoyed it, and see you next time. Have a good